If you can't dedicate 5 to 10 minutes of your life towards something that's going to better you, there is no hope for you, then I suggest you scroll right now and then you just leave, because there's also not going to be any flashy entertainments behind me. There's not going to be any animations. There's not going to be anything. It's just me talking to you straightforward, giving you advice that you need to hear, not that you want to hear. Okay, so first things first, we're going to talk on focus, right? The reason why you're not successful, the reason why you're not where you want to be is because you lack focus. What do I mean by this, right? Your brain is made up of over 85 million neurons, right? Your brain is the OG computer. It has the most amount of RAM. It is operating on levels that many scientists will never or have never been able to replicate, right? But we string our brains into so many different things that our brain cannot allocate enough neurons or thought capacity or operating capacity into building the life that we want, right? An example of this would be you are continuously focusing on social events, friends, partying, Netflix shows, games, whatever it is, right? We're going to take that 5, right? You focus so much of your time into these things that the 6th option or the 6th point, business, doesn't have enough neurons or capacity to give you the output that you want. This is because your brain does not inherently give focus to each and every point attentively until it's finished. Your brain does not give its whole focus into gaming until it is finished. No, your brain sticks with the problem, because at the end of the day, you need to understand that your brain is a problem-solving machine. That's inherently what it was made for. That's what it was made for from the beginning of mankind, to solve problems. So when you give it 6 options on problems that it should solve continuously, that it's not going to just solve and then discard, you're stretching your brain thin, right? Because you can allocate 5% into games, 10% into social events, drama, and all these other things, Netflix shows, allocate a certain percentage. You can do all that, but when it's time to get into business, you do not have enough neurons allocated towards you getting the desired outcome. So then you stretch yourself thin, then you can't get the desired outcome, then you're stuck. Because you can't get the desired outcome because your brain is focused on everything else but just business. And what I've come to understand is that the people that have been able to make themselves well-known names in business or get a mass amount of wealth, like a large amount of wealth, have been able to focus close to 95% of their brain capacity in towards business, where it's all they think about. That's the only problem they want to solve, right? And many of the people that are not in a point of success, that have maybe tried businesses, is that they have allocated so much of their brain into other things other than business, where the brain has only a small amount of problem-solving capacity that it can't even produce a desired outcome that they want. Because at the end of the day, you need to understand that your desire of wanting to succeed or having that multi-8-figure, 7-figure business is not impossible. It's just that you're not solving the problems that need to be solved for you to get that amount of money, right? You're focusing too much on everything else, the ROAS economy and how it's going to affect that person, how it's going to affect you, and then how it's going to affect your business, when the main thing you're supposed to be doing is focusing on the business. The world can sort itself out. There's too many brains allocated to that already, and there's still no change. So what change do you think is going to happen if you allocate more of your neurons into something that already has maybe over 60 billion, trillions and trillions of neurons allocated to it, and there's still no change? Focus on your desired outcome, because that's what the brain is going to do. It's going to find problems and it's going to solve them, and it's going to get you to where you want to be. The more you put this into repetition, the more likely you are to succeed. Because at the end of the day, success or being successful is only something you have because of your ability to solve problems, right? And for you to solve problems, you need to have information. And for you to have that information, it means your brain needs to be dedicated towards learning, solving at the same time. Your brain cannot do that if it has 60% of it on non-business things. That 40% is not going to be enough. So what I'm trying to say is you need tunnel vision. Just focus on one thing, one task, because your brain, in my opinion, cannot multitask at all. It switches. And in most cases, when it comes to business, it's already thinking about the other problems. It already has other problems in mind. It's like, okay, when I'm done with this, how can I solve this? How can I find out who was drunk and why they were drunk, why they did this and why they did that? That's when you don't get what you want. You need to be able to just focus. Focus. 3 months, just focus. The world does not change. You are not the catalyst towards change when it comes to the world. You are the catalyst to change when it comes to your life though. So it comes down to how bad you want it. Or do you want it bad enough to just focus on what it is that you want as a desired outcome? Or you want to focus on everything else and just hope that maybe my life changes? The choice is up to you. And if you don't know who I am the founder of Greensage Agency, and we help ecom brands that want to scale, right? Scale predictably, not just fun and games where we're gambling. No, we help them scale predictably. We ensure that revenue is consistent throughout the process. So we're not just scaling to have you bogged down in the next 5 to 10 years. No. We want you to ensure that when you work with us, you have longevity in mind. And I'm gonna see you in the next video.